How do you do, fellow trainers? Welcome back to the channel. Today, it's week 5 of the Scyther All-Star Draft League, which means we're going to Gen 5, and we're picking up our Gen 5 recruit, Mandibuzz. So, we've picked up some offensive threats going on for the last couple generations. We had a tepid start with our Electrode, Hitmontop, and Kangaskhan, with our All-Star pick of being Dragonite for Gen 1. Then we spent a lot of points on Celebi. Then a good chunk of points on my two All-Star attackers in Metagross and Infernape. Then, so when I was looking at the latter half of the draft, I thought, well, we need some defensive tools. And Mandibuzz solves a lot of our problems. Dark and Flying. It handles our Ghost and Ground weaknesses and Dark weaknesses that we have on the team. So it's a lovely addition. It also brings us our Defogger. And I'm really excited to use it. And it comes up in this week's matchup, it looks like. Looking at that Chandelure and that Garchomp. That's Ground and Ghost I need to avoid. And the Dugtrio. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. And then we'll get into the team builder. Okay, so my opponent is Manfred this week. And he brought his Dugtrio, Cloyster, Scary, and we're in Gen 5, the gen where Cloyster became a terroristic threat to everyone's safety. Then we have Weezing, Mr. Mime, not to be slept on, Slowking, Crawdont, Garchomp, and Chandelure. He juiced his points right here, Garchomp and Chandelure. Dugtrio was very scary in Gen 3 because Arena Trap was legal. It's still fast, it's still a rocker. I don't know if he'll bring it this week, but it does stop. It is faster than my whole team, and barring HP Ice from Electrode, which is the only thing I'd be able to deal with it. But regardless, let's talk about the Oyster in the room. Cloyster is a threat. So if you didn't know, Cloyster was a solid defensive tool Gen 1 and Gen 2. It got spikes and was used for a spike setter with its high defense in Gen 3, and it petered off a little bit in Gen 4, but in Gen 5 it got access to Shell Smash. It got banned from OU very quickly. And Shell Smash plus his ability Skill Link, which, if you don't know, makes any multi-hit moves hit it exactly 4 or 5 times. So, or the max number of times. So if it goes for Shell Smash, then Icicle Spear, it's bad news. It's very bad news. And it's also got good coverage in Rock Blast. And I think it has Razor Shell the next gen because it was Samurot's signature move, Gen 5. But Cloyster is a threat, and I'm prepared to take it down. If we can't stop it with Metagross and Infernape, we do get swept. I think after one Shell Smash, it is faster than Electrode. But let's go ahead and... Oh, let's also talk about Garchomp. Great defensive mon. It can also be an attacker if he wants to. Chandelure, I'm expecting Scarf Shandy. That's usually what I would run. And if that's the case, we've got to bring some defense. And I've done just that. So let's go ahead and get to our team breakdown. So, bringing the one, the only Dragonite. This thing... just gets stronger with each gen. This gen, it gets E-Speed. Well, it got E-Speed back last week. This gen, we're allowed to use gems, except we're not allowed to use gems. We're allowed to use one gem, the normal gem. All the gems have been banned because they're super broken. So we're bringing our Dragonite max speed, timid, Jolly. The rest of the attack and summon special defense. This is to be able to take a ice move with multi-scale from full, so we don't die on the Dragon Dance turn. So we got Dragon Dance, Outrage, Earthquake, and E-Speed, standard set. Normal gem to boost this E-Speed, so once we're +1, it's basically 120 base power, extreme speed coming off of a +1 Dragonite. We hit 350, so we hit about 525 with the Dragon Dance setup, so I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah, this is your standard. No fairies. This is the last week, no fairies, so that's why we're bringing Outrage. Don't stop clicking this week, so excited for that. Got to watch out for Cloyster and the ice move. Other than that, like I said, Scarf Shandy is a problem, but like the little special defense I've put in, I can also take a Shadow Ball or even an Overheat and still be able to get my Dragonites off. Next up, we're bringing Mandibuzz, our Gen 5 recruit, and I brought it specially defensive this way. I did max it out to where its defense and SPDF have the same stat, but we're also max HP. This is to definitely deal with Chandelure and Garchomp, not so much Cloyster. But it also handles Mr. Mime and Slowking and Crawdaunt to a degree. This whole team is luckily fell into Mandibuzz's purview, so I'm actually very happy Mandibuzz is coming through for us this week. So we're running a standard set, Rocky Helmet. Big Pecs, no other ability really works well. I mean, he's not bringing Sand, he's not bringing Hail, so Overcoat doesn't really think. I don't want Weak Armor, I don't need this to be fast. So, Big Pecs, Rocky Helmet, Roost, Defog, Foul Play, Toxic, very standard. Especially on something like Garchomp and Cloyster, on Dugtrio more than likely. I would love to get Cloyster with a Foul Play after it hits a Shell Smash, but after one Icicle Spear, I think I'm dead, so. Anyway, next up, Metagross, our GOAT from Gen 3. We're bringing an Air Balloon set this week because I don't want to get hit by Dugtrio or Garchomp. We want to get off an Agility. So this is Agility again. Clear Body, so we don't get stat drops from anything he could do. Like, I don't think Parting Shot's in this gen, though, now that I think about it. But we got Meteor Mash for Stab, Earthquake for the Chandelure, and the Ice Punch for the Garchomp, Dugtrio. And the Meteor Mash will just hit for neutral on Weezing and Mr. Mime. I'm not really too concerned about Slowking because after I think one D-Dance and an Outrage later, it knocks it out. Dragonite does. So we're bringing this just to hit the speed numbers. We hit 402, which is faster than Dugtrio. It is not faster than the Shell Smash Cloyster. There was no value I put in that would be faster than that. Because they're max speed. They're the same speed tier, base 70. Next up, we have Infernape, my GOAT from Gen 4, and my actual channel mascot, and I love him so much. We're bringing the Life Orb Iron Fist at max speed. Jolly enough to outspeed max speed Garchomp. Then I put the rest in HP for the Life Orb, and the rest in attack. We got Earthquake again, just doubling up on the highest coverage here for Chandelure. We got Mach Punch. For priority, this might save us from a Shell Smash sweep from Cloyster, and also do some damage on Dugtrio, Life Orb, Iron Fist, Dugtrio. After Rocks is pretty close to killing it. I think it does kill it. Flare Blitz for pure damage. Shadow Claw also for Chandelure. Bonk Punch is also good in the Priority War with Crawdaunt's Aqua Jet. Hopefully it doesn't go for a Dragon Dance. It might be just banded Crawdaunt, which is also something I need to watch out for. But anyway, so yep, Infernape is coming as well. Him and Metagross are going to have to take up the rest of the offense after Dragonite goes down. Next up, we got Celebi. We're going with a White Herb for Stealth Rock set. He's going to be our lead. We're going Shadow Ball, Stealth Rocks, U-Turn, and Leaf Storm. White Herb for Leaf Storm so I can get 2 off consecutively and try to kill Slowking and even two-shot the Garchomp. And if I need to get some off on the Cloyster, I don't think Cloyster's going to come in until it can sweep. But Slowking's a problem, and this is our answer to that. And like I said, 2 shots Garchomp. We get U-Turn to get out of there, max speed. Enough to outspeed max speed Garchomp again. No, we can't outspeed max speed Garchomp, so we're not fast enough to outspeed max speed Mr. Mime. We've got 200 the rest in special attack and a little bit of HP. So set up Rock Shadow Ball for the Chandelure because we are faster if it's not Scarf. We also hit Mr. Mime for super effective with Shadow Ball. Last up, Electrode. We get our, I would say, fixture. Like, you got a light fixture of the team. We get our last one next week when we go to Gen 6. But for now, Electrode's here. We're going with the max speed, enough speed to outspeed Dugtrio, which allowed me to go Naughty Nature. So we're an attack increased nature because we're bringing Explosion for the last week that it has defense. We got Thunder Wave to slow everything down, especially the Cloyster and the Shandy if it's Scarfed. Then we've got Explosion with normal gem. I'm allowed to double up on items, so I am going to. We're Static, just in case he hits me with an Aqua Jet from Crawdaunt to try and knock me out from speed. Then we got HP Ice to hit Dugtrio, and Garchomp for super effective. With that, that's the team. Excited for this week. You get to actually pick up a defensive tool, and I think we've got the tools necessary to win. We started off pretty bad this league. I'm not gonna lie, 2 losses, but after we got to Gen 3, we started picking up hitters. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep the train rolling, and I'm glad y'all are here with me for the ride. Make sure if you got through this far in the video, make sure you give it a like, so I know that y'all are enjoying this. It's very important to me to make the best content I can, and I love draft leagues, so that's what I'm gonna do. And your support means the world. But anyway, thank you for just watching. So, with that, let's get into the battle. Hey guys, we're in the battle. Unfortunately, my audio and video has been messing up recently. So when I went back and tried to get the battle footage, it showed no audio at all in one of them, and both in the other league, no audio or video. So unfortunately, I couldn't bring the live reaction to you guys, but I'm bringing you the replay here just so I can upload the video, because I think you'd rather see that than nothing. So please bear with me, guys. I do apologize. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to our match against Manfred here in Gen 5, Week 5 of the Scyther Draft League. And so let's just go over. I might pause it to talk about specific plays, but I just hope y'all enjoy. Bear with me, and I thank you. Alright, so we start off with Weezing into Celebi. I go for Stealth Rocks. He makes the switch into Mr. Mime. I attempt to go for U-Turn. He gets Encore. I switch into Mandibuzz. He goes for Reflect. Doubles out into Weezing. I go for the Toxic. He read that correctly, of course. Switch back into Metagross. Then he whisks me, unfortunately. I couldn't really, I didn't predict that, to be honest with you. He goes back into Mr. Mime. I'll go for the Agility anyway. I see this as I've got to go ahead and use it no matter what. I can't really just sit here. He goes for Encore after I go to Meteor Mash because he thinks he's going to get me the Agility. He doesn't. I'm just going to keep spamming Meteor Mash until Metagross dies. At this point, that's all I'm using. Back then, burn was 12%, not 6%, so it's a little annoying. He goes into Clavicular, the Garchomp to speed up this counter with Rough Skin. I just get my chip in. He ends up getting Stealth Rocks up, which is smart. I run out the Reflect, which is good as well. Alright, go for an Ice Punch. Try to catch the Garchomp. He switched it out. As smart as he is. Alright, now we got to go into Electrode. I think I start going for, just Volt Switch to get some chip in. I didn't think he'd stay in. I go into Infernape, expecting another Will-O-Wisp just for chip. Yep. Now we can go safely for a Flare Blitz here, knock out the Weezing. I take some chip and some recoil. He brings in Chandelure. I try to go for Earthquake. I tried to read if... no. I switched into Mandibuzz, scared of the Choice Scarf. He didn't go for anything. Goes back into Mr. Mime. Sets the Reflect. I go for the Toxic again because now his Poison Type's gone. He Encores me. I think I go for a Foul Play. Now I'll go back to Celebi. He Baton Passes to Shandy. Shandy taking heavy rock damage. No Spinner on his team. I double back into Mandibuzz on the Overheat. It does die. But this negative special attack gives me the chance to bring in Dragonite and start dancing. I said, oh, you want to drop your stats in front of me? Okay, 1D dance should do it. Even with Reflect up, I go for an Earthquake and knock out the Mr. Mime. We then start seeing a trend here. Dugtrio comes out, I Outrage. Through the Reflect, knock it out. He brings in Shandy down to 26%. The Outrage definitely kills. It's not Scarfed. I thought it was. I'm scared. We get confused here. Then he brings in Garchomp and I take another chance. I just go for Outrage. I get it. And then Rough Skin hits me. We now have Cloyster left. And it's another Outrage. And she's out. And that's the Week 5. I cannot imagine a better sweep than that. We just needed that little edge. He did get rid of Metagross completely by burning it. I got my chip, wasted that Reflect. Then the Mandibuzz did its job, taking the hit and lowering Chandelure's special attack. off the overheat, and then Dragonite, c'est la vie. I can't do nothing about it. This is the last week I'll probably be able to pull that off because there are no fairies. Next week there are. But, yeah, Dragonite is a menace to society. I am so happy I was able to draft this. But, guys, big shout-outs to Manfred. That was a great battle. Again, sorry about having to give you the post replay, not the live action. But I will try to make sure I'm better prepared and that my video and camera live. They just want to die on me. They're very suicidal depressive, apparently. Gotta manage that. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. I'm going to catch y'all later, and I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a blessed day.